Chapter 55. The forest was deep. The trees were spread evenly from eons of agreements. The undergrowth was a mossy, all-covering blanket crawling over downed logs and rocks. The pine forest was an open, living, breathing battleground. The gray sky permeated the space between the trees, giving green boughs and gray-brown trunks the shine and sheer of a white, hard light. In this forest, the cold wind was put to rest. All was still. The tungsten soldiers entered. The boardsmen gathered the troops once more among the trees to mount a final stand. Jiko addressed them. Beyond the southern boundary of this forest lay the clearing within which old Jiko stands. If we don't stop them here, Jiko said. Out of the question, Dharma said. The dark boards advanced through the rows of trees. Their faces were as placid as their metallic makeup. They could not be stopped. Any ideas? Jiko asked. Nope, Ubuntu said. Oh, wait. How about we whoop these ugly metal tin men? One of them messed my shoulder up, she said, rotating her arm. I think that's the best idea, Maya said. I vote for Ubuntu's plan. As a result of Maya's spirit, we have removed a good chunk of the army, Dharma said, but we have not slowed their advance. We must push back. It's like stopping gravity, Adam said. Aye, my pessimistic friend, aye, Jiko said, looking at the raging battle. Men were falling. Elves were falling. Good men fell. Good elves fell. Radu reigned supreme and floated boastfully through the forest with 8 black hoods behind him. Jiko contemplated Radu. They're nothing without Radu, and a handful of the other hooded generals, Jiko said. Without Radu, who will enact their final phase? Those oversized paperweights may not even make it through the door of old Jiko. She's a tricky tree, a picky tree. You need a soul, I know that. So if we take the generals down, the soldiers run into the sea like some chicken with their heads cut off? Adam asked. Exactly, Adam, exactly, Jiko said. Kazo, Numo, Ubuntu whistled. Right. Windermere, Bella, assemble, Jiko called. The 4 riders came out from cover. Together, they were 9 good riders. Jiko huddled the group. I will take Radu, Jiko started. Will you, Jiko? Dharma interrupted. Or do you need Big Sis to clean up your mess again? I got him, Dharma, Jiko assured her. What? I got him right where I want him. Okay, but if I see you throwing punches 10 feet into the ground again, I'm gonna come show him how a real rider does it. That's right, Ubuntu added. Sisters, Jiko said, rolling his eyes, looking to Adam. Now I remember why we don't visit much. Oh, Jiko, just looking out, Dharma said. She leaned over to him and messed up his already messy hair. Go ahead, you got him. Okay, Jiko said, regaining himself. Now me, I'll take Radu. Dharma, turning to her. You take Arthur. Ubuntu, you take Dracul. Adam and Maya, you take Argon. Jiko pointed. Windermere and Bella, you take Kala, the cave sister. She is fierce, but you can take her together. Kazo and Numo, you take Zizdra the bold. When we all finish, there will remain a few more hoods, but by that time, they too will have their tails between their legs. We will turn them around together. Plus, the last 3 bottom feeders know about as much as the rest of these lead brains. Jiko rose. Ready? Jiko said. Ready, Adam said. The others nodded heavily. Then let's crush these jokers, Chico answered. They turned out from behind the trees and led the charge. Zara flew by on his board. Why did you just huddle? He asked as he passed by. What's the plan? You take the birds, Chico said. We're going after the leaders. Good plan, Zara said as he flew away. I hunt these birds for sport. I will eat these birds for breakfast. The rest of the riders, of elves and warriors, had taken to weaving through the scattered and staggered trees. They were pinking the tin heads back and forth until they broke off, or spun over, or at least the soldier fell still to the ground. The elves began to control the trees, bending the trunks with tricks of nature. They lured soldiers into gaps and whacked them with the trunks as they passed by at high speeds. The metal soldiers met their match with living solid wood, deeply rooted in the earth. Chico hovered up to Radu once more, with thrice renewed determination. More, you say? Radu asked. You should have just have a seat over there and wait for the concrete to pour. Get it? Instead of champagne, we pour. Oh, forget it. Radu swung up and around on his board, thrusting himself in a bizarre position, and initiated more board-to-board combat. They twisted and wrestled, throwing blows at each other. They went through the trees while weaving, stunning, recovering, punching, launching dark energy, and blasting back green energy light. You are the demon that deceives without reason, Chico said. Whoa, 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 Radu responded. You're mistaken, I do no deceiving, Radu said, feigning hurt feelings. You have gone too far, Chico said. We have not yet begun, Radu said. Join me. I'd rather die, Chico said back. I wish you would, Radu snarled. In the distance, Dharma and Arthur traded blows between the trees. Arthur sent his stone board spinning and whirring with a glowing hot red light. Dharma dodged it acrobatically and sent a nose jab which emitted little golden arcs toward Arthur. Arthur dodged her attack with ease. You show much improvement from our meeting in the cave, Dharma offered. Thank you for noticing, Arthur said, as he wove through the trees and throwing one big roundhouse kick. Why don't you put your hood back on, Arthur? Dharma said. You look foolish. Dharma dodged and caught him with a board hook to the rib. Why don't you worry about your own wardrobe? Arthur answered. He landed back a whip of big red light energy, knocking Dharma to the earth. Argon was no match for the twin attacks of Maya and Adam. They assaulted him from all angles, and with such speed, with such communicative, coordinated cuts that his head was spinning. Then they cut him down. All right, Adam said. One down, Maya said. And they moved on to the remaining nameless hoods. The elves and warriors were getting thin. The puppets dwindled in their numbers. The fight raged on. A tangled mess of weaving through the trees. There's better work, Adam said, swerving after Maya. Ubuntu took it to Dracul on the far side of the glen. I've been assigned to you, unfortunately, Ubuntu said, beating back Dracul's face. The only one unfortunate is you, Dracul retorted, with a flailing wild attack. Ubuntu dodged and roundhouse whipped her board into Dracul's back, slashing him with his momentum into the ground. What was that about misfortune? Ubuntu asked. Well, that is that fortune favors the dartboards, Dracul screamed and flipped up a rock and sent it flying at Ubuntu with force. The rock hit Ubuntu in the gut. You two-timing, low-life, ugly, Ubuntu mustered. To the west, Kala strikes down Windermere. He lays motionless in the dirt. "Windermere!" Bella screamed. Her scream echoed through the trees. Jiko takes his eyes off Radu momentarily to see that good Windermere had fallen. Radu lost not a moment in slapping Jiko in the back of his head, a devastating blow. Ubuntu beats Dracul deep into the earth and buried him with dirt. She then rushes to the aid of Bella, facing imminent defeat in Kala's rage of momentum after striking down Windermere. She hovers slowly, advancing over Bella. Ubuntu descends between them. "That will do, Kala," Ubuntu utters gravely. Dharma handles Arthur, but she can't quite kill him. Jiko gets beat up again like an old dog. Maya, Adam fly among the trunks of pine trees, tracking down the remaining generals. Through the trees, they see Sistra. Suddenly, she deals a crushing blow to Kazo. He falls motionless to the ground, lying face up, eyes open, in an infinite stare. Jata hears the wailing of his father and makes eye contact with Niku, fighting his heart out. The two sons rush to their father. "Father, no!" Niku cries. Jata attempts to tend to his injuries, frantically looking for a way to prevent the end from coming. "This is not the end," Kazo says. "We will hug again. We will ride the green hills together like our dreams from here to paradise." "Papa," Jata mutters, whispers. Jata looks into his father's eyes, Niku on the other side. They hold him as he drifts away. Numo was facing Sistra on his own now. Jata flew at him with rage, while Niku stayed at Kazu's side. But the dark soldiers pressed in his direction. Niku fought them with a shattered heart, tears streaming down his lost face. The legions barely broke formation now, the efforts of the boardsmen and the riders fading once again. Marching echoes through the forest. The metal army pushes down, squeezing Jiko and his forces out of the fray, out of the forest, into the clearing. In the distance, old Jiko quivers in the wind. Maya looks again at devastation. Adam couldn't take his stare away from Niku's tears. The nightmare presses onward, the sea of metal caving in. "They're just too heavy," Adam said, faltering once more. "Adam, please, will you just stop saying that?" Maya snaps. "They will be what you believe they are, and if you keep chanting that, then heavy they will be. Now will you help me keep these cotton balls from reaching old Jiko?" "Of course, Maya, I will fight till I lose sight," Adam said with a daisy look. "But those are some heavy cotton balls." "Adam, they are your soul," Maya said. "No wonder they're so dense." Maya truly snapped, exasperated. "Hey," Adam argued, half-heartedly. "Your soul," Maya echoed to herself. "I heard you," Adam replied. "Adam," Maya started. "I like your tone," Adam encouraged. "We have to go back," Maya said, eyes opening. "Wait, no, back where?" Adam asked, not wanting to know. "The source," Maya said, turning to her brother. "What source?" No, he said while backing up. "The tunnel, Adam," Maya said. That is where this army gets its power from. They're nothing but solid metal. They have no motion without sorcery. I can't go back there, Maya. Adam said, trailing off. I can't. I need you, Adam, Maya said, drawing near to him. I know it's hard, but look. She gestured to the tree line, where the dark boards poured into the final valley now. What choice do we have? Adam already couldn't look at all the heartache, the defeat. He couldn't look. He couldn't go. He couldn't do anything. All right, Adam said. You're right. I can't let these demons take over our planet. And so Maya and Adam searched for Dharma. They found her in the midst of battle fighting Arthur. Mom, Maya said. Dharma gave what attention she could while fending Arthur off. Yes, Maya, what is it? Dharma answered. The soldiers, the dark boards, they're getting their power from a source, Maya said. Yes, Dharma said. Yes, but... Dharma blasted Arthur back. He landed far, rolling, tumbling on the ground. The cave, Mom. We have to cut it off. At the source, Maya said. But the cave is thousands of miles, days. We don't have time, Dharma said. Maya deflated. But we don't have a choice, Maya said desperately. You know they will reach old Jiko. Arthur rose again in the distance, slowly. Dharma stared vacantly in his direction, and then, with gravity, she looked to Maya. Where is good Siv? Dharma asked. He can get you there. Take Siv and go as fast as you possibly can. We will hold this army off until you return. Let me remind you that you only have one shot at this. Dharma stared into her daughter's eyes, and then into her son's. I don't want to lose you again, she said. Then let us go, Maya said. Dharma's eyes filled with tears. She redoubled her courage. Go, baby, Dharma said, with boldness. Maya hugged her mother. Adam hugged his mother. They took one last look at the impending doom. They hastened to good Siv. Siv, Maya said. Siv turned from tireless flying while swiping, fruitlessly whacking giant metal heads. He stared at Maya as she spoke. We need a ride.